And there are going to be staff doors on the inner row right here, so it's going to be difficult to get in. Staff door on the inner sections, but on the outer sections, we're going to have a jail door. And that's why we need the guard, so if anyone wants to go in and out, then that's how you do it. Now, of course, my main issue will be if someone somehow makes a tunnel, digs right underneath here, makes their way all the way to the power section, and then screws up the power. We might want to come up with some sort of fix for that. I did forget. We could use the boilers here to heat up both of these buildings. Yeah, I forgot about that. I suppose there's a good reason for us to do something here. I think we're moving all the wood right now, so nothing's spawning. Not bad for us. We're making money from doing that. Now we're putting the doors in. I think we're still waiting for the front doors, which is why I think the whole building has yet to be fully constructed. There we go. Fantastic to see. Very dark as well, but don't you worry. This is going to change soon. With all these... I'm wondering... I still don't know if 2 power sections per area. We can always cut it in half. Yeah, we can. Because we can just cut the half by the middle and then just have individual rooms. So if we have 2 generators in one room, you know, how horribly is that going to screw us up? We'll find out. Because I can't remember if it's the connecting of the cables, like proper live connection, or if it's connecting of similar sort of outlets like we have right here. So I imagine these are outlets. And if we have 2 of different types of cables really close to one another, or 1 block away from one another, is that going to cause a problem? Or is it that they just need to be both directly connected to cause a fault? I imagine it's directly connected. Wow, the game really lags when you zoom far out sometimes in the utility menu. Let's go over to our brick walls. That's what we want to do. Do this. There we are. And then what we want to do is make our cell blocks and actually get some prisoners in. That's right. We're going to have prisoners in a game about maintaining a prison, everyone. I did say a lot of this would be planning and trying to make a cool prison, though, so... Can't blame me. You're still watching. Hopefully. Well, if you're at this point, you are literally still watching. Now, when this all gets set up, we are going to demolish this power station right here. Making all these capacitors was completely pointless, but it's fine, because we can just dismantle them and move them over so we don't have to pay for one of the generators. For now, I'm just going to use one of the generators, since we don't need that many. But we are just going to get rid of all of these capacitors. Well, not get rid, but dismantle so that we can just move them somewhere else. There we are, in progress. Have we placed them in yet? I think so. No, we haven't. We're still waiting. And then what we want to do is have utilities just sort of sticking out like this. There we go. So that's where the utility would come from for these areas. Same thing with this outside bit, and they'll just sort of make their way around. I think it ends up being... I don't really know... like which part is going to power where, though. That's the main issue. Especially if we... I mean, what will end up happening is we'll probably have one of these generators power this block. And then another one this block. A block there, block there, block there, block there. So we might end up needing 6 generators. That doesn't sound that bad to me. It just means we need to expand by 1 more. And we don't need this side anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. It's just here for aesthetics for the time being. But that's why I'm not going full out just yet, because I don't really know how many generators we will need to sustain this entire prison. And that's why I like this, because it means we can expand upon it if need be. Also, I should really be speeding the game up, because it's taking way too long. So we just wait. I think the generators... I think they're waiting for the generators to arrive. Ah, here we go. Got Paul and Ted right here. Ah, fantastic. That's good. So the power is ready. Now, which one's going to power the power station? I don't know. That is a very good point. Which one will power the power station? Logistics is what you're looking for. Oh, yeah. Now, what I was going to mention is I really love this access-only sort of sign or deployment ability. So what it means is, what it says right here on the tooltip, people will try to avoid access-only zones if possible, preferring to take other routes around your prison. So that's quite nice. What I can do is make this into an access-only zone. Or maybe I'll make it a staff-only zone. It depends, really. I'm not sure if access-only also includes prisoners in the whole. They also will just use it as an access-only area, being that it's accessible, but we would prefer you to go another route. We'll see. For now, though, I'm going to leave these other rooms unpowered because we don't need them to be powered right now. This capacitor is already being used up by a fairly large amount of this power station, but it's fine because we have a hell of a lot of capacitors. I do love how they end up being different colors. It's really cool to see. So what we will do is we're going to power everything up right here. So we'll go across like this, across like that, in right here. And then we'll go in like this. As for this power station, it's going to end up going this way anyway. So we'll connect it up like that for now. And then we'll probably have it go in by a little bit more and have the water follow it at the same time. So if we go back to large piping, we'll have the large pipes. I sort of wanted to go through the middle here. Yeah, that's the best we're going to do. So we'll do that, and that's going to connect up to our piping network, which we currently have right here, just going through the main section. And I should really have this just go along the entire walkway, since that's what we're going to end up doing with it. That's what we're going to end up doing with it, since I'm pretty sure you only need one water pump station. I don't know if they've changed that at all. They may have. But now we have 4, so, yeah, there you go. Not too much of a big deal, really. Mostly it's keeping 4 of them powered, which I'm worrying about slightly, but oh well, we have the money for it. It's all that wood selling that's helping us out as well. Don't know what it is about the utilities menu that just makes me lag. Logistics seems to be fine. Utilities, though, it's just, there's a bit of a bug, I feel. Now, this front section should be made out of wood. Should it, though? Because we're going to have contractors coming in and out. You know, they're probably going to get mud on it. It's fine. We'll have a bunch of bags outside or something they can put on their shoes. Oh, and the fronts here should also be nice and green. We'll just have the fronts here for the time being. Oh, and we need a bin as well. Can't forget about the bin. Not a fridge. We have a double bin here. It's a double bin. Let's see. A double bin with a... let's see. Oh, is that powered? Fantastic. Right, that's all good to go. Now, how much power is that using up? Not as much as I was anticipating, so that's not bad. Of course, we are full on capacitors on this, which I think is 1k per capacitor or something like that. See in utilities, you absolute knob. Right. So it's 5k per station and 1k per capacitor. Yeah, that ends up adding to a decent amount of money. I would say about 20k or something to that degree. These should really be made out of wood just because I don't like that little bit there. Right, so let's go over and find ourselves the office desk, followed by a chair. Apparently there's a mod to sort of center the chairs with desks. I need to find that. Anything else in this room? Well, filing cabinets either side. Because apparently I love filing cabinets. A bench? Could have a bench here, I suppose. It's sort of like a waiting area. I think that's fine for now. What do we do with the front here? Oh, yep. No power right now because I think we've... I don't know why there's no power. I think it's just because it's not directly connected. It's fine. We don't need to be directly connected anymore anyway, because we're going to hook it up by this bit for the time being. So if we go all the way down like this, and then just hook it up there, we should be okay. We're going to keep the power line around here. However, we are going to be getting rid of this. So if we just bulldoze this entire thing, that should work, right? Yeah, there we go. There was just no indicator, so I was very confused. Oh, yeah, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. How the hell? Steven right here just picked up the entire water pump. That was ridiculous. So once we get this all hooked up, we should be getting ourselves some power again. Is that an eyesore? I don't really know. Kind of like... I like it. It's sort of just outside the entire plant. And that's what's big about it. No one can muck around with the power unless they get all the way to the power station. Of course, at that point, when they're in the power station, they can screw the power up for everywhere in the building and not just individual sections. But they have to get there first, and that's probably going to be a bit difficult. Is there just one bit that I'm missing or something? Yeah, it's this bit. No, wait, that's not what I'm missing at all. Alright, it's powered now. There we go. Just took a little while to kick in. So as I said, for now, I mean, what's power like? It's not bad. It's not bad at all, in fact. I mean, what we'll end up doing is I'll probably have this power station power this side of the building, and then this green run right here could power the middle section, and then I end up making these two and powering at the other. I really hate this lag in the utility section. It throws me off. The main problem I think we're going to have is powering the kitchen. That's going to really take up a hell of a lot of power. So whatever power station is using up in the middle, being used in the middle, we may end up having to put 2 stations on that single job, just probably halving it. So this half gets these cookers and fridges and all that fun stuff, and then another power station gets the other half. And that's probably what I end up doing, in fact. And yeah, that might be what I end up doing. So this power station takes up this side, that one, this side. Yeah, I think that's what I end up doing. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll get the power along here for now. Well, we can still hook it up so it's just next to this, can't we? No, we can't. It needs to be 1 block away. It does need to be 1 block away. Okay, wait, we'll stop for now. We'll stop for now. I'll think about this later on, about how we're going to get this all hooked up. Because at the moment, this power station doesn't really have too much of a problem, because it just goes through this walkway right here, which now that I think about it, it's just a really easy way to escape. Pretty much. Well, they have to go through all of this. It doesn't seem viable to me. It's a very long area to dig through. Considering I'm planning to put most of the cell blocks on this top area right here. And, well, these areas. So cell blocks around here, cell blocks around here. Maybe some more on these middle sections we'll see. I'm also going to expand the canteen a little bit more to facilitate. I don't know how big these cell blocks are going to be, but I imagine they're going to be pretty large. And then I'm also going to have them disconnected from the main walkways so that we can easily keep everyone bunched up. And it'll just have all the facilities they need other than food. All the food needs to be in one area. The problem with it all being one area, and then the other problem with all these cell blocks being in one particular zone, is it means that we probably have a high chance of gangs appearing. But we'll get to that eventually. For now, it's still a power problem. Still a game of powers. So for now, I think we're fine. Yeah, I think we're okay. So it's just planning our cell blocks now, and also planning our walkways. So let's get that done. So let's go to our walls right here, and let's see. So the walkways are going to stick out like this. So we just stop that connection, and they're going to stick out like that. So if we align these up, there we go. And we want to do the same thing on this side. That is 34. 34. So from here, 34, 34. There we are. And this is how this be voiced. I feel like we should be able to connect this lot up like that. That's not that bad. We could make it a 3-wide walkway just to make it seem a little bit more prevalent. That's not right at all. Wait a minute. 34. That's going to end up being 33, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's completely wrong. So 34. So it should be like this. There we go. 33. Just double checking. 33. Obviously, it's not going to fully... I mean, it's a nice little circle that we got right here, but we need to hook it up to other parts of our prison. Especially these borders right here. So we are going to have sections on the outside on sort of these little walkways right here, it's going to be a bit awkward to get to the exports and rubbish areas. We can get it from this middle section, but I would like it if there were ways for, well, workers to get around without worrying about any prisoners. I suppose that's the main thing about these walkway areas, though, is that they eventually, after a while, are going to be staff only. Since the staff only areas can still have prisoners be guided, through them until they get to their own areas, and then they pretty much just stick around their own areas, and they shouldn't really be using these walkways ever. Well, not these, but these main two right here, they're basically just for the staff to get around. The prisoners will go through them eventually, but only when they first go in and also when they leave. And maybe the exports sort of workshop area may also have a little bit of, you know, movement going on between exports and the workshop prisoners. Like I said, I can't remember if the prisoners have to manually move everything into exports or they just move it into their own little area and then, you know, yeah, keep going from there on in. But we'll see. I might just make a big building right here for the workshop. Anyway, keep talking. So let's see, planning along here. Well, the walkway goes to there, so see if we go like this. That can be our walkway to this area. We'll probably go in by about this much and then have ourselves a double door that's meant to be our exit. This walkway can just keep going. So if we make the path go up to there. Not that bad. That's how you get into this building. Is that right? Well, that's rubbish pickup. Now, how important is it that rubbish pickup is right there? I feel like it's very important, especially since storage is so close. My main issue is that we're not using up this extra space. So I probably will just end up using this as extra storage space. Probably the same thing with this other side right here. It's all about expansion at the moment. The infirmary as well will probably have the same deal. I don't like the infirmary being here, though. It's good that it's very close, but it means that you can get yourself injured, and then the guard will most probably take you through the kitchen, through the security zone, and then into the infirmary, and that gives them a good chance to probably steal an item while they're at it. So I may end up changing where the infirmary is, not to mention I still need to find a cleaning cupboard and all that fun stuff, which I suppose I could put one right here. Oh, there's so much planning to be done. I do want to fill in most of our space right here. Yards are also something I need to think about. That's a good point. I completely forgot about yards. Are we going to make them part of the cell blocks? Possibly. A few yards in the cell blocks. Might be what we end up doing. Or maybe, because we are going to have two cell blocks around here. Cell block here, cell block here, cell block here, cell block here. Probably another one right there. So maybe 3 in total. And then maybe random pockets of random bits here and there for what we ever the hell feel like building at the time. We could probably have 2 yards. Sort of a yard here and a yard here. And that could be their way of these cell blocks to mingle with each other. Not really the best idea in the world. But then again, if they mingle, maybe it's easier for us to spot the people that are mingling. I don't know. Spot movements. I don't know how specific the gang creation system in this is. Not creation, but the gang system in this. Anyway, let's just make sure we get this done right. 69, fantastic. 69, there we go. The wall's done. Spend so much time babbling on about bollocks. 13. There we are. So it's sort of like little claw hands. Very interesting. Making some sort of spaceship right now. And then along here. I think this is a perimeter wall. I can't remember. But it's not a bad idea to have a perimeter wall out there. Let's just have it go all the way along until it hooks up to around about here. Then have another perimeter wall right here. Then this bit just sort of becomes a bit, though, which is my main concern. I don't really know what I'd end up putting here. Since I don't really want to have too much empty space. Empty, useless space. Although I guess it might just end up being something that we can't avoid. Laundry? No. Infirmary? You could use it for a bunch of other things. I suppose we have so many rooms in the game now. We could just use it as a kennel or an extra staff room for the hell of it. Parole it will also be quite interesting. I don't know how we're going to get that working. Since they're going to have to walk through this area, end up in here. Okay, I suppose, yeah, that won't end up being that bad at all. Because once again, like I said, I want these areas right here to be visitor and staff only. And the only time they go through them for prisoners is when they go in for the first time and leave for the last time. Hopefully the last time. Where am I going? Planning. There we are. Sorry, I've been talking all day. So a little bit sidetracked. So we'll keep going with here, with this point, 'cause we are going to have other connections. 25, 25. We are getting close to overtime, or well, we're pretty much already at overtime. For now, that's good. And what I'll end up doing, hopefully if I can find the time to do so, making a lot of money all of a sudden, probably because we sold a bunch of trees in this area, is I'll try and get the walkways sort of set up. Yeah, so sort of get the pathways set up. And I'm looking forward to getting our first cell block sorted out. Tell you what, we could always just put a cell block right here, really. That's not a bad spot for it. That's a hell of a lot of space. I may end up doing that. Cell block here, and then a bunch more. We want to have a lot of prisoners as well. And I think having 3 cell blocks here is not exactly the best way to do it. My main issue being, though... it's close to the security room. Well, main issue being that the canteen might not be that big. But we can always expand upon it. Same thing with the kitchen, which I will end up doing eventually as well, most probably. The hell is that? The hell am I reading here? What's this? There's a bed. I can't read this handwriting. It's as bad as my own. I think a doctor wrote this. There's a bunch of different pages. So I guess it's just sort of secret messages that are lying around that randomly spawn. Well, great. Now I'm on some sort of scavenger hunt. Even though I can't read these strange, somewhat Egyptian era, ancient, shall we say, scripture. It's definitely something that I'm incapable of understanding. We'll get there, though. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. I most definitely am. I really love this wall right here. It's really great to see that the Megamax V2 is starting to look just a little bit cleaner, I feel, than V1. Mostly because security-wise, we have a hell of a lot of money to pay for all these perimeter walls, and they are very scary, and I would not like to go up to them because they'll probably shock you, or you get shot by a sniper, which we inevitably, well, eventually need to get sorted out as well, these sniper towers. We will see. And the power station as well, I love that. The water treatment area, pretty cool. Probably end up having a little bit more fun stuff in the middle there. Getting a bunch more cleaners. This is looking a lot cleaner than before. And then temperatures and gangs and prisoners and legendary prisoners and super max areas and mega deca super duper max. Lots of maxes right now. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe with that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter for updates on my channel and Twitch for our live streams. Don't forget to comment if you have any suggestions. I read all your comments and they are fantastic. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.